What's going on, everybody? RPL TV season 3, man. This is crazy. I'm not even gonna lie. To get to season 3 is like super humbling to even be here. You guys know me from barbering, then went to videography, and so doing videography, I was like, you know what? I got cameras, I got gear. Why not lock in a podcast? And I'm so grateful, guys, for all y'all tuning in. Everybody that showed love. Even people that know me from doing their taxes, people from doing their credit repair. You guys know I put out music, hip hop music out all the time. We're gonna be focusing on a lot of that in 2026. But guys, it's season 3, man. I'm so excited. Again, I'm blessed, man. I'm blessed that, I've gotten this far. And so for everybody tuning in, this channel, RPL TV, we're doing vlogs, music videos, podcasts. Just trying to like give people the energy, trying to give people the, the awareness that you could do this too, that this is something that I want you guys to know. Whenever you see me doing all these things, every day I'm questioning, should I be doing this? And you know what, from the bottom of my heart to you, do what God tells you to do. Never lack, never say no. You might go through some various ups and downs, but guys, it's season 3, man. God has brought us this far. So I love y'all and I thank y'all. So stay tuned. Music videos, vlogs, podcasts. Let's start the show. Today on season 3, I got a close friend of mine that I've been known for some time, working really hard. Took a hiatus about a couple years ago. He was peeping the podcast, and one thing I want to say is season 3 was birthed because not only because it was bound to happen, but in the time of December, Thomas, aka Vendetta, was like, bro, you got to do the podcast, man. And so you know what better guest I could have on season 3? Vendetta.
Let's go.
Welcome to the show, man. I appreciate you being here. Vendetta, YouTuber, content creator, influencer, just basically trying to give the message to the world to live your life, man. Go ahead. Tell them a little bit about what you're doing currently. I know you have vlogs out and stuff like that, but for people watching, let them know.
Yes, sir. So first, thank you, brother.
Of course, man. Thank you.
I'm happy. I'm proud of you because, again, you've given people a platform to speak their truth, to tell their vision to the world, and we appreciate things like that. So
thanks, man.
Thank you for having me on.
Of course, man.
My name is Thomas. I go by Vendetta. Man, I live my life to the fullest. This was birthed, I would say, shortly. It's funny, everybody goes like right to COVID, but
it's true.
Around COVID is when I was birthed. I sat down. The whole world stood still. So here I am in my room. I'm like, damn, I don't know what I want to do in life. I know that I'm a positive guy. I like to live life. I like to travel.
Yep.
I like to inspire people to do things that they want to do. You know what I mean? So I'm like, you know what? I want to take that and in my room, it just sparked. Create a YouTube channel. Vlog your experiences and do exactly what you want to do. Be positive, live your life, and inspire people.
That's what's up. And we'll get to the Vendetta name, but what put you in the direction of like, let me do YouTube? You know what I'm saying? A lot of people out here are thinking like they want to do YouTube as well. I mean, you could have 20 people that you know, man. I'm pretty sure like 50% of them like, yeah, I always try to do YouTube. What gave you the motivation to do that?
Because YouTube is a great platform to really connect with your audience, or really connect with the world, I should say. So I wanted to get on a platform where I can do exactly that, connect with the world. And there's no bigger platform than YouTube.
That's right.
And I figured, let me go on YouTube, let me vlog all my experiences and all the things that I want to do in life. Because I have a vision, I have a purpose, but I also got to show and improve. I got to show people that I'm living by what I'm preaching. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
You know what they say, practice what you preach.
Yeah, man.
So YouTube's a perfect way to vlog my experiences and share it to the world. So that's why I picked YouTube.
No, I mean, YouTube, without a doubt, is the place to be when you want to film and content. And it's funny because YouTube kind of like ventured out to like Mr. Beast doing gaming, and we're going to do all these things. And then we have podcasts now, and then we have live streaming. But YouTube was really like the foundation was the vlogging.
Right.
So for you, I know you have, for people that are watching, Vendetta has a bunch of videos on different places you've been. For you, what's been like that journey doing these different places, or what would you say is like the most exciting thing about it?
About what, just like vlogging?
Just vlogging and going out and doing it.
The most exciting thing, to be honest, is going back and reliving it again. I know, and I'm sure there's people who feel like, wow, that was an amazing experience. I wish I could do it again. When you have a video, when you have pictures, you could do that. And I know people and it's, oh, I want to live in the moment, but it only takes 20 seconds to capture something that you can remember for the rest of your life visually. How amazing is that? How powerful is something like
It's
that?
good.
So that was something that I lived by. I wish I had more pictures and videos of me growing up, and I
Yeah.
didn't. My parents didn't do that. So one
Yeah.
thing I wanted to do was like, how can I capture my life and then look back and be proud
Wow.
and relive it and see how much life I lived? Because I'm the type of person, I'll forget what I did 2 days ago. So I
Yeah.
needed a capture of my life. I needed to
Yeah.
go back and say, yo, not only did I do these things, I captured it. And now I get to show my kids. I get to look back when I'm 50,
It's
40,
true. Yeah.
however old. So I think that was super important. That was my drive. And that's what excites me, knowing that while I'm living it, I'm going to get to see it again. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
So,
no, I love that, bro. Because not even based off what you were saying, like, just came from New York, and I have a lot of family there, and
right.
I didn't want to vlog. I hadn't had vlogged all year,
Mm,
but I brought the vlog out for that specific reason.
right.
I was like, my pops is out here. We're gonna see family. My brothers is here, and that was the motivation.
Absolutely.
So would you say that people could just do YouTube just for the heck of it? Just do it just to like record your life and put it out there.
Yeah.
I think some of us maybe we two things, we either insecure what people think about us, or
Correct.
two, we won't make money off of it.
Correct, and I
But
feel
it
like it depends what you want to do with it. Like, see, I want to touch the world. I want to potentially make money off of it, of course,
yeah.
so that way I can, fund the lifestyle that I'm trying to pursue. But you don't have to do YouTube for that. Like, YouTube is legit a way that if you really have a
Wow.
niche or you like Hot Wheels and you want to do vlogs about buying Hot Wheels and unboxing them, you could do that. And that's what I love
Yeah, it's
about
fire.
YouTube. It gives you an avenue, and I feel like
Mm.
and then also people don't appreciate the video until they appreciate the video. What I mean by
Mm.
that, you ever took a video with your family and then, like, let's say a couple years from now they look back on it and they all like,
Yeah.
yo, this video, you got this video, oh my
Wow.
god, look at this
Wow.
person, yo, look how big he was, look how
Yeah.
small he was.
Yeah.
So people don't appreciate the video until they appreciate the video. So I feel like that's
Wow.
another thing that people gotta
Love that.
understand. The more videos and the more pictures you take, the more you remember your life.
Wow, that's good. Holy smoke. And I feel like that's something that is kind of universal.
Right.
Like I think everybody would want, I don't have kids yet, I don't have a family. Obviously I have the family now. I want to go back and see my dad in New York and blah blah. He's getting older and stuff. Shout out to Pops.
Yo, Richie,
You know?
remember that one time you went to
Yeah.
New York and did this and did that?
Yeah.
Now you got a vlog to show that.
Yeah.
How amazing is that?
Yeah, and you're an editor.
Right. I edit.
Okay.
So right now I do everything. I'm a one.
Yeah.
What's it called?
One-stop shop.
One-stop shop. But
Yeah, welcome to the team.
Yes. So that's another thing, man. Like, I'm also like an entrepreneur, so I know like how to get things done.
Okay.
So I figure, you know what? No one's gonna edit my videos or care for my videos as much as I'm gonna care for my videos.
Mhm.
So let me get these done. Let me not only, and that's another fun thing about vlogging. Capturing the moment is one thing, but then putting it out is another. Showing that vision and why you took that B-roll, the way you took it, taking that and then putting it onto
good.
the screen is like, it's kind of like, to put this in perspective, if you guys like music, this is a perfect way to put it. It's like you could be Lil Uzi Vert, or no, I'm not even Lil Uzi Vert. I'm gonna use Lil Pump. You could be a Lil Pump, make a hit song and have someone else, put it on the track. A producer do this, a producer do that, or you could be a J. Cole and you do everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel like when you do that, you make more powerful music. That's why J. Cole is more of a powerful artist, because he knows, he can fully grasp his vision. And not everyone knows where your vision is, because it's your vision, it's in your head. So when you're doing everything per se, you can get that vision out better. But it also is more challenging because, again, like, there's people who do things better than you along the way. So you're gonna realize,
okay.
damn, they're doing it better than me, but doesn't mean that you had to go to that person to get that done. What it means is that you just gotta get better. So that's why I feel like in my journey, what I appreciate about myself is not only am I doing everything on my own, I'm getting better along the way, and I'm realizing my growth, and everyone else around me is realizing my growth. And when you're doing it all on your own, or you're really just straightforward with it, it just gives you more of like a satisfaction, like, wow, my vision is coming to fruition,
Dang. Yeah. No, we could talk on that topic all day long. What would you say for somebody, or in your situation, coming from that, like saying, I'm gonna take it in and do everything myself, right? What do you feel like for you is like maybe like a moment where you're like, man, I can't get over this. I can't get to this next step, or I can't do this thing. Like, it's like I want to do YouTube, or I want to be an influencer, content create, and you're trying, but you don't have A, B, and C. Right. But you still take the initiative to do something. Do you remember your time in your life where like, yo, this is what I got, but I'm gonna do it anyways?
Absolutely. I started with everyone's looking at my content now and like, yo, the quality's crazy, yo, this and that.
Yeah.
I started on an iPhone.
Mm.
Most people will never start on an iPhone.
Yeah.
Why? Because I got an iPhone. I don't want to.
Yeah.
Who cares?
I don't got a real camera.
I don't got a real camera. I'm not a professional. I'm gonna get a Canon C5S with a new. Come on, bro. At the end of the day, it's like I didn't have those things. I knew I needed those things to look official or to feel official or to pull out the vision better. I know that, but I mean, look at how they're making these new cameras nowadays. If you got the iPhone 17,
yep,
you could make a movie with the iPhone 17.
Yeah, and literally a movie. People are making movies from iPhones.
Exactly, bro. The iPhone 13 Pro Max was the first iPhone that you could start doing that with. So I still have cinematic mode. So
13?
Yeah, this
that's
13
dope.
Pro Max. So I did a vlog with at Yankee Stadium sitting behind home plate with Tracy Morgan.
Oh yeah, tell me about that.
That whole thing was a movie, and people were like, "Yo, the quality is crazy." It was from the iPhone 13 Pro Max.
Wow.
Cinematic mode, bro.
The quality was crazy.
First thing they said, quality is crazy. It's a movie. So, yeah, man. So to go back to your question on that, and I could talk about that because
no, go ahead.
But start with it. Whatever you got right now in your hands, in your room, use it. Use it. You know why? Because that's how you're gonna get better. Stop trying to be perfect. Stop trying to wait for the perfect day. Stop waiting for the next day, tomorrow, the day after, the next month, the next year. Stop waiting. Just do it right now. Take that camera, take that iPhone, and just press record. Because when you do that, you get better. The longer you wait to press record, the longer you wait to get better. The longer you have to wait for your dreams. So just do it.
No, and you know, I started off with I'd buy like maybe $1,000 camera. I took a risk. I was like, I'm gonna buy this $1,000 camera. It's $1,000. At that time, I have none, but I'm gonna try to make 20,000 this year. Buying it, right? And it's funny because I had that camera, great camera, but it like because I used it so much, and I said, you know what, I'm gonna like do my best with this. It like opened doors to more opportunities where now I'm like with better high-tech cameras. It's like I'm with more cameras, or I'm in more studios now. I'm around people who will let me borrow their gear because maybe they, you know, and it was like, anyways, what I'm trying to say is like I started from, you know, a camera that's whatever to opening up. Now we're in front of 3 cameras
exactly,
right
now we got 3 cameras.
Yeah, and 4 cameras. We could add 5 for all we, you know what I'm saying? And I think the reason why I bring that up is because like, yeah, like based off what you're saying, I feel like a lot of people cripple themselves.
Right.
And it's like a lot of people have I would say we could agree, man. There's people out there probably have better ideas than us, maybe, but they don't have the bravery.
Correct.
And that's not to talk down on nobody. What I'm really trying to say is anybody listening is like, just have the bravery, take the risk, and I'm gonna go here, but have the faith.
Have the faith.
Have the faith, bro. Like when I spent that 1,000, bro, I needed faith, bro. My barbershop just went down, like it just crumbled from COVID, and I needed faith to buy a camera for 1,000 that I didn't have, to know that I could go make 20, 40 off of it. What's a risk that you think you're taking at the moment, or a moment in life where you're like, I took that risk and it's paying off in due time?
Man, I love that question because there's been several moments that you have to take that risk.
Yeah.
And once
you're about to cry, bro. Yeah, the tear coming. Nah, just kidding. I feel that.
I feel so deeply when you ask about that, because it's like, what risk am I not taking? Mm-hmm. That's the real question. What risk am I not taking? Mm-hmm. What money am I not spending? Okay. What time am I not spending? What hours am I not getting of sleep? You know what I mean? So it's like, wow. You know, how many times do I risk waking up the next morning to go to work on time because I've been up all night editing or up all night vlogging?
And for those that don't know, doing videos, vlogging, traveling, doing what he wants to do on the side with the YouTube, building, and still paying bills, still working.
So at the end of the day, like, what risks am I not taking? But to answer your question, because, you know, that's a great question. Like, one of my highlight risks for me, because one of the biggest things about vlogging or wanting to capture some form of content is actually capturing it. And it's because, like, you could set it up, right? We could set up a whole travel destination. Perfect. Go to Colorado. We could be snowboarding, all that cool stuff set up. But once we get there, the pressure's on isn't like fitting. It's like, yo, you just set this whole thing up. Now you gotta press record. Now you gotta live your life. Now you gotta make sure the camera's rolling.
Yeah, I love that.
You know what I mean? So there's a lot that goes with that, and even that is a lot of pressure, especially when you're doing it around people who don't necessarily want to do it. So that's another challenge that for you guys that want to do content. Sometimes you're not gonna be around people who are just content friendly, who just love the content, who love the camera, who could talk like me and you're talking right now. Some people are shy, some people whatever. You gotta know how to be yourself and show up no matter what's going on. So to answer your question, like I went to the World Series and just going out there with faith and knowing that I was number one gonna capture that moment.
World Series, by the way, against the Dodgers in 2025.
So, yeah, 2024.
24, yeah.
2024, I went to the World Series.
And we'll get to 2025 because that was crazy.
That was a crazy World Series.
Crazy, right?
But I'm a Yankee fan.
Anyways, me too.
It was a big deal. We got to see the Yankees versus Dodgers. You know, arguably one of the greatest baseball players of all time, Shohei Ohtani, was playing with the Dodgers.
Yes, sir.
And of course, we have the Yankees.
And we haven't been in, God knows how long.
We haven't been in a long time. So I took my pops out there. I surprised them with Yankee tickets. And I had full faith that God was going to help me with this experience. I truly felt like that God was going to say, because the real reason why I did is because my father, he's done so much for me in my life, and I wanted to pay him back so bad in my life, and I feel like this is one of those opportunities I could do that, because he's a huge Yankee fan. He's the biggest Yankee fan.
My dad too.
Yeah, so I'm like, yo, how can I pay him back for everything he did? This is the moment. Let me run and do it. I kind of fought on the idea a couple, and then God said, do it. So I did it. So long story short, I get out there, I'm capturing a moment. Like I said, is even that within itself is tough because it's a big event, it's a World Series. I want to make sure I capture it the way I could fully capture it. And bro, next thing you know, we're on the embassy news. Like literally, we're waiting around. We see people getting interviewed. I'm like, yo, you guys are doing interviews? They're like, yo, stick around. We'll give you an interview. Stuck around.
Link in bio.
Yeah, link in bio, man. Me and Pops made the embassy news.
And got to. Oh no, that was Tracy Morgan was later.
Tracy Morgan was after.
Okay, see, that's dope. We'll get to that. We'll get to that. Yeah.
Something crazy happened.
All right, so let's get to the news. So you ended up on the, and I'm probably gonna put a video up right now.
NBC News, where I think his name is Sam Brock. NBC News.
Hey, you don't get better than that.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, that was an amazing experience, and it's funny because I didn't know I was gonna make the cut because obviously they did several interviews throughout the day. But out of the 20,000 people in attendance, out of all the people who did the interviews,
you're not even from New York. At that, like, you know what I'm saying? You're coming from Florida.
I came in town just to see the game for a day or so. Me and my pops made it. Me and my pops. Remember, I took my pops out there. So God said, not only are you gonna get your shine, I'm gonna let your pops get some shine. Now we're both part of Yankee history forever. We've seen exactly forever.
Zoom into my face.
So that right there.
But I love your mentality. Faith. I love your mentality though. Forever. I think like not to get even more deep, but it starts with mentality, bro. For you to stay here and say, oh, like it's forever, like so some people are like, oh, you're on BCUs, but for you and your family, it's not like that. For you and your family, it's like, nah, bro, like we get to sit down whenever we want, any day of the year, from now until 2050, and look back at this moment.
The coolest things too is like I was having to do it for any satisfaction, other than like again paying back my father for everything he's done for me in his life, in my life. But it was also cool to see on the way back him showing all his friends and family, yo, I went on the news, I was on the news. That was cool for that moment. Like I said, that was all because I have faith in God. I want to make sure that's super clear that I say that not because of what I did, whatever. You know, obviously I have to take the initial step, and I want to talk about that as well. You gotta still show up. You can have faith, but you still gotta show up. You still gotta walk through the valley, the shadow of death, whatever they say, right? You still gotta walk through the valley, brother. You still gotta walk through. However, when you're walking through, you have faith. You believe that God's gonna help you. So I showed up, and God helped me, and I know that for sure that, you know, I'm supposed to be doing this and I'm on the right path because God has showed up time and time and time again. I went to Yankee Stadium again.
I love that, man. Wow.
Freaking Tracy Morgan is sitting behind home plate. And, you know, it's just like, even that, like...
Oh, yeah, so this is now you go back.
So now
you're with cousin?
I went with my uncle.
Oh, you were with Oh, here we go.
Yeah, I hit up my uncle. I'm like, yo,
here we go.
I'm in town for a couple hours. Let's watch a Yankee game. He knows I do the vlogs, and this is another cool thing. He knows I vlog. He knows I like to live life to the fullest. So you know what he does? He's like, "Yo, come through. I got you."
He was down.
Shout
out to the New Yorker cousins.
Yo, not only was he down, bro. He's my uncle. Not only was he down, right? This guy surprised me with those tickets. So here I am vlogging the whole experiences. I have no clue where I'm sitting, but you know what I'm doing? With faith, I'm showing up and saying I'm gonna make the most out of this experience, no matter what. And I want God to guide me through this and give him that energy that he feels when he sees my videos. Because the reason why he's inviting me out, or the reason why he's wanting to take care of me at the game, because he knows who I am. He knows I'm Vendetta. He knows I want to live life to the fullest. So when I get to the Yankee game, I'm vlogging it, and boom, we pull up to the seats, and like we're going further down, further and further down. I'm like, well, hold up, where are we going right now?
Wait, who hooked you up?
My uncle, bruh.
Oh.
So my uncle hooked me up with these tickets.
He's like, oh, he said you got NBC.
Yeah. So he saw that exactly. That's what I'm saying. So he was like, yo, I gotta go crazy for Vendetta. Like he does everything to the fullest. So next thing you know, we're going through the VIP lounge, or you can eat lobsters and you name it, bro. Steaks, everything you can eat, bro. They had a whole wall of goodies, like crack, the Apple Jacks that you get. What's it called?
Cracker Jacks.
The Cracker Jacks. They have bubble gum, peanuts, you name it, a whole wall.
Bro, you said lobster. You had me at the lobster.
Bro,
that's crazy.
You can think about, they had it there, and you could eat it all.
That's what's
free.
up.
It was free because you got the ticket. So next thing you know, bro, we're going
down. That's the next one. I'm about to do a vlog there.
Bro, once we get to the seats, we right behind home plate. I can't believe my eyes. I'm like, yo, I'm behind home plate right now, bro. I'm looking at my uncle like, really? He's like laughing because he knows. He already knew what we were doing. So long story short, we're having a good time. I'm really grateful, bro. That's one thing about me. You gotta be grateful. Oh my goodness, I'm so glad this word came.
This is your show, bro.
Bro, right here, bro.
Talk
Let's cheer to being grateful.
Amen.
You know why? Because that's very important.
It is.
Because you can't get the finer things in life if you're not grateful for what you got right now. Right now where you're sitting. If you're not grateful for that, you're not gonna get anything better. Because why would God give you something better if you're not even grateful for what you got right now? It doesn't make any sense. So I'm super grateful. So at the end of the day, I say all that to say, I'm grateful for the fact that I was in the building. So I feel like with my positivity.
Oh, mind you go behind home plate and you see Tracy Morgan.
And then exactly. So that's what I'm saying. So then I'm grateful to be there.
By the way, Google Tracy Morgan if you don't know Tracy Morgan, because he'll let you.
Then I'm sitting there mad happy. Like I said, mad grateful. Now I look to my right. I see someone getting escorted down. Tracy Morgan, bro.
Oh, he's getting escorted down.
And then right when I see him, like from the corner of my eye, cause I'm locked onto him. My uncle looks right at me. I'll never forget his face. He looks at me. He goes, "Yo, Tracy Morgan." I'm like, bro, I already see him, bro, coming down, saying what's up to people. Everybody's like, yo, Tracy. He sits right next to us. Bam. I'm like, there's no way.
No, literally, it's like this. I seen the video.
Bro, just
like this.
Side by side like this. I'm talking to Tracy like this, and you just bro. He's like he's hilarious.
And mind you, I haven't heard this story. I know Vendetta. This is cool. I didn't know this story. That's how it happened.
Bro, everything he says is hilarious, bro. Wow. Even when he's being like super serious and being real, it's funny, but it's like real. Like he's at a stage in his life where like
it's like straight to the point almost.
Straight to the point, and he goes like, bro, I know this is what I've been through, and this is deeper than anything. So everything he was saying was deep, but it with jokes. Like, go back and watch the vlog. Everything he was talking about was actually real stuff. Like, he was saying, like, bro, I'm the same as you. I'm the same as you. When I take a shit, when I lean over, I wipe my ass, I look at the toilet paper, just like you. And obviously, coming from Tracy Morgan is way more funny.
Boy, yeah. Tracy Morgan.
It's funny because it's like, bro, it's like,
it's almost like what we're trying to do with our audience. He's like on a mega platform.
Bro, super mega
that's
platform.
Cool, man.
Something as simple as that. He was just basically saying that he's just like me, bro. We're the same person. Like, we're just normal, and what he's been through was kind of crazy. His own little story. He had a huge car accident that he changed his whole life. It's funny, I knew about that because I was in logistics at one point, and I learned about that. So it was cool. It was a full circle moment where I got to tap into one of his biggest moments of his life. Wow. And I wouldn't have been able to do that unless I had one particular job at one particular time in my life. You see how funny God works?
Come on.
So it's like I was in logistics for like 6 months.
We're going somewhere.
And I learned that in 6 months and never forgot about it. And then what I learned and like a couple years back came to help me sitting behind home plate talking to a guy that I just learned about, which is Tracy Morgan. You know what I mean? It's kind of crazy. But yeah, that experience was wild.
Now it's cool, like you say, full circle, right? Full circle moments. Because how old were you in logistics, or how long ago was that?
That was like 4 years ago.
Right, 4 years ago. Was there a moment in logistics you're like, yo, why am I learning logistics?
No, yeah. I'm like,
right, and then you come full circle, and you're sitting behind home playing Yankee Stadium, and God's like, got you.
Got him.
Like I gave you that wisdom. Like I gave you that even when you didn't like it. That's amazing. That's good. So I was just talking to a guest that I'm gonna have on the podcast later on, and we talk about that same thing. Like we kind of question like certain seasons in our lives and like why we're here and why we're doing this or why did this happen, and we're like questioning and we we walk through it, and then we kind of forget about that phase. Absolutely. And then like 2 years later, boom, you're in a situation like, oh shoot, wait, I know. And
that's when you got to open up your eyes and ears. And what I mean by that is God's talking to you always, but if you can't hear him, that's your problem. It's not his. He's talking to everybody. So if you want to hear God, you got to open up your eyes, you got to open up your ears. So what I mean by that is that I could have just, coincidence, logistics, but what that do is pinpointed everything that God put in my life. Does that make sense? Like I went from.
But it's funny because it's just logistics, and like we're talking about music and like we're talking about logistics that you did 4 years ago you didn't care about. And it's like it's funny when you live and taking the chance of faith and believing in God and putting it into action. You're like God does nothing in vain.
You gotta recognize that everything happens for a reason. I'm gonna get that tatted on me. I promise you. I don't got one tat right now, but the one tat I'm gonna get is everything happens for a reason. I promise you. That's because I truly live by that.
Speak on that.
That's my number one thing in life. Everything happens for a reason, and like that's a perfect example of that. Like learning about that, and then being able to connect with Tracy Morgan behind home plate about what I learned. Also just understanding that when something bad happens to you, you can't stay down forever. You can't be depressed. You can't fall victim into like, oh my God, this happened to me. Now I'm sad. Now I can't do this. You can't fall victim to that. You got to be like, yo, everything happens for a reason. I'm down now because I'm supposed to be up later.
I want to segue to that because personally for me, whenever I go in, I'm never afraid to admit if I'm like going through, whether it's a depression or I would like to say oppression. Okay. Instead of deep, I feel like depression is like when you sit in it.
Right.
And you kind of just don't do nothing. And that happens. I think people need to admit like, yo, like it happens. But then there's oppression. Oppression is kind of like a weight of life, a weight of your dream. It's not depression. Depression's like, F my dream, I'm just going to stay here and just not do it. Oppression's like, nah, bro, I'm trying to get through this. But there's this weight pushing on me of like, how do I get past people that don't want to do content with me or not thinking like me, or I got to pay to go to New York. I got to pay for a hotel, risking maybe other ventures in your life to fulfill Pops's dream or just to show your dad like, yo, I love you and I want to give you that. How do you get through moments of like maybe per se darkness or not obstacles? Like for you, like whenever you're going through something, I would say going through something like really tough, you're like, whew, how do I get through this? How does Vendetta get through that?
Literally right back to what I just said, everything happens for a reason. That helps me stay grounded. That helps me keep faith in God and understand, like, I stopped questioning God a long time ago. And I said, you know what? Everything happens for a reason. So that's what helps me kind of understand, like, say if I'm down and depressed and I don't want to do any videos today, I understand that that's number one, pressure. That's what that is.
And that's a little bit of what I was mentioning, that pressure.
That's what it is. And that's the truth. That's the only truth to that.
Pressure.
The only truth to that is that you're feeling pressure right now. Why are you feeling pressure? Because you're not happy. You're not doing what you got to do. You got a dream that you want to fulfill, and you're not doing what you got to do, and you're feeling the pressure. And that's okay. That's what people got to understand. They try to make us say, that's not okay. You need to do this. You need to do. No, that's okay, bro. You know why? Because diamonds, before they're diamonds, go through pressure, right? Before anything's anything, you have to lay out a ground where it's a solid foundation so you could build up. So right now, if you're feeling depressed and you're feeling like, yo, I don't know how to get started, you're building your foundation. Congratulations. Congratulations. Wake up. That's where you're at right now. Build your foundation. Get up.
Come on, somebody.
And start by doing one task at a time. People try to do, yo, I know somebody who will write down everything they got to do. And it will be like a month from now, a week from... Bro, take down everything you got to do. And if you can complete it tomorrow, make sure you do that thing tomorrow. It could be something as simple as...
RPL TV is bars on bars, bro.
Bars on bars, bro.
Welcome to season 3,
That's
bro.
How you got to do it, man. It's like in your head, you got to understand, I got to do this, this, and this. But what comes first? And you got to flip it. You got to do like... You know that filter where you hit like... Where it filters everything from low to high? That's how we shopping, yo. All my shoppers online. You know, got that low to high? The low to high?
Yeah, low to
so
high.
Boom. That's how I do that. But I do it with what I could get done first. Something as simple as cleaning my room, fixing my bed, organizing. taking my closet, taking everything out. I'm the type of person that if my room is not clean and in order, I can't get my mind right. So that's what, before I do vlogs and stuff, my whole room is spotless, clean, it's vacuumed and everything. You know why? Because I'm locked in now. You know what I mean? So,
yo, people underestimate cleaning your
people underestimate
clean your car,
bro.
clean your room, brush your teeth,
bro,
get a haircut. Yo, the little things, bro, go so far.
It's like that saying, like, what is it saying? Like, what's it saying? That you gotta dress good to be good. Look good, be good, some shit like that.
No, I don't know. Anyways, I know what you mean.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
My pops always taught me. He said, "Look good, smell good, talk good."
Exactly.
Look good, smell good, talk good. Exactly. He might add something else in there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's like if you want to be organized in your life, you look around and you got a whole pile of clothes right here, and you still got yesterday's dinner right there, and you got this right there. That's clutter. How you expect your brain to function? Remember, everything is subconscious. What you feed your mind and your brain is what you're gonna act on. So those who are depressed or feel like they have no organization in their life, and you're looking around and your room is not organized, bingo, that's the reason. Get up, organize your life. Do that, because you know what's gonna do is gonna come in the inside, and next thing you know, whatever you feed your brain, it's like a sponge. Whatever you feed your brain, you just start thinking. So that's another thing, to go back on the depression. Don't soak in it. You know what you should do? Listen to David Goggins. All right? Listen to people who, maybe not David Goggins, someone a little less tough. Okay, that's the guy I go to.
No, David Goggins is a legend.
But he sometimes can be too tough. No matter who it is, listen to that. Listen to someone who's uplifting, and don't listen to nothing else. Don't listen to, don't drink and drive if you're going through a breakup. Or don't, if you having beef with somebody, don't listen to the NBA YoungBoy, because that's going to want to make you finish the beef. You know what I mean? So it's like, again, whatever you feed your mind is what you get out of life, bro. Yeah. And I filtered my life and my mind so many times. Yeah. I could unfollow somebody just because they put something on their story that I didn't like and didn't. So I'm not gonna comment. What are you doing? Unfollow. It's just simple. Same thing with me, guys. If you don't like how I live my life and the messages I have, unfollow. It's as simple as that. It's as simple as that. Like, why would you feed your mind to something that you don't want?
No, what you're saying, no, you're on point, bro. Like, for sure, man. And you know what, man? Like, congratulations to you, bro. And I'm happy for you. And I think your work ethic and everything you do has been great, man. Like, even before you took the break, I already knew what mindset you were on. It's just, you already told me a year ago what you wanted to do, and you did it. You know what I mean? And I understood. But I want to go back to the hiatus of, like, taking a break.
I love that, because that's what I want to talk about.
And it's funny, I just got off a phone with a future guest. I was like, I want to talk about that. And I feel I'll talk about that topic the next 10 episodes. Because sometimes I feel like when one person says it, another person says it, it's almost like God is like trying to connect the message. Like, that's what other people are going through. And they don't have to navigate. You know what I mean? Because I went through it.
Open, Richie.
Huh?
You got your ears open.
I went through it. Hey, man, I went through it. You went through it. I was talking to her. She went through it. But go ahead and talk about, like, that time. We'll probably wrap it up after this. But that time of taking a break and kind of figuring out where you want to go.
Yeah. So,
and why that's important. And what happened in that time. Whether if you didn't take a break, or you came back too early, or you had to get a bag, or, like, how did you get to here?
Okay, that's a great question. So first and foremost, I want to start with something pretty funny and saying that don't take a break. Don't ever take a break. Don't ever take a break. What I mean by that is, the hiatus you're talking about was a break from putting out, but not putting in. So while the time I wasn't putting out videos to the world, maybe I was on a hiatus, I was still vlogging. I was still learning how to get the vision.
Building the catalog,
building the momentum, working on myself, understanding my angles,
getting the bag,
building up, getting ready for this next part of my life where once I start putting out, I'm never stopping again. Because I had about a year or two of putting out videos and stuff like that. So I had enough to go back and sit back, and within that time, because it was only about 6 months to 9 months around there of me not putting out content, which is terrible. Do not do that. If you're any type of content creator, you shouldn't go a whole week, you shouldn't go a whole day without putting out content. That's the truth, right? You got to go every day. You got to be in their faces every day. But besides the point, within that time, I was just reimagining my life, getting my vision back in order, understanding what I want to do and how I want to do it, and looking back and saying, all right, people got this from that. I don't want them to get that from this. I want this to be seen as this. Or I don't want to do that no more. I want to do this now. And then within that time I was studying, I was looking at people around me, not around me, sorry, other content creators who does the same thing I want to do, and seeing how they're doing it. Now I'm not saying it to be like them.
Yep.
But understanding that there's a reason why these people are lit. There's a reason why they're connecting with the world. There's a reason why they got what you want. So instead of hating, watch them, support them. And then when you do that, you gather information that you can now take in your own life and use it and apply it. And then next thing you know, when you see that person, then you got the stories, yo, so-and-so, I was watching you growing up, now this, blah, 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 blah. Because if you're smart, you're going to take that inspiration and use it. You're actually going to do something with that. So to answer your question, to wrap it up, within that time, you know, with that hiatus, all I did was just really work on myself, get the bag, focus on what I want to do from here on out, and understanding that I can no longer have nothing hold me back.
Great answer. What would you say, and when you could think about that time of doing it, and I was talking about this earlier with you, what pushes Vendetta to say, like, this is what I want and no one can tell me that like this is what I like, no one could stop this? Because I think you have a great family. I met your family, you know, a couple times. Beautiful family. Your brother Esau was on the last season. You know, a lot of times it could be family, a lot of times it could be friends, either doubting or questioning, which is very normal. Sometimes it comes out of love. It just comes off like, yo, let me do me. Right. For you, with outside voices or even your inside voice, how do you like keep going? How do you not stop? How do you tell yourself, I'm gonna do it? That's for you. You know, not even for the audience. Like, what drives you, Vendetta, to do that?
The truth is, when I was growing up, I wanted to be a baseball player. When I found out I couldn't anymore, or I decided, you know, not that I couldn't, but I don't want to anymore. It kind of like the love went away. Then I tried to do
what position?
Second base. I always wanted to play second base, but I was really an outfielder. Yeah. Like, they always like I would be playing second base and throw me in the outfield somehow. Somehow I'm like, bro, because I was super fast. I could track down the ball. But hitting was always my thing, anyways. But to answer your question, man, I've tried several things in my life. When I was 18, I had started my first business. I'm trying to get people to do world ventures. It was like this travel company is like multi-level marketing.
Oh, I remember that.
Exactly. So a bunch of stuff.
Or did Amway?
Yeah, exactly. Like an Amway type of thing. So long story short, I tried several things. And
you did Amway too?
No, I didn't.
Oh, you didn't?
Nah, I didn't.
I thought you did. Somebody else.
Yeah, but it's all the same thing. But I tried several things in my life.
Don't do Amway. Sorry, back to the show. So you tried several things in your life.
So you tried to be the first one to do it. That's
so hold on, time out.
These guys are the first one to do it.
So you like several things. Yeah, you're trying several things.
Yeah, so I tried several things in my life, and businesses, ideas, no matter what, I tried it. Jobs, and the number one thing that stuck with me was making content, vlogs, and not only that, God has showed up in that aspect for me more than any other adventure that I've tried in this life. You know what I mean? Or adventure that I've tried in this life. Wow. So it's like God has showed up in that realm more than any other realm. So I'm like, all right. So not only do I really want it, because clearly I've been doing it for so long, wanting to, God's also guiding me and showing up when I need him the most.
Wow. I love that, man. Dang, you're really helping a lot. You're helping me. I feel like you're gonna help a lot of people with this episode. Awesome. You got 5 more.
Just do it.
Just do it. Do it.
So I came with the Charlotte Buffs real quick. You know what I mean? Got to do the Charlotte Buffs. I had to show this up. You know why? Because it's like, bro, this is
we got the Nike. Just do it. Just do it.
We got the Nikes, man. We got the Charlotte Buffs on. So I just want to say, just do it.
Yeah.
Stop letting
your
dreams.
Don't get too close. Don't get too close.
Just be dreams. Stop letting your dreams just be dreams. Just be. Do it.
And it don't matter how old you are.
Doesn't.
It don't matter how old you are, bro.
How about this? Fuck your age.
Yeah.
I don't think I cursed this whole time, but fuck your age. Fuck you.
Talk to him. This is your last 5.
Whether you're 18, whether you're 81, Doesn't matter. You know why? Especially in the content creation, this ain't sports, brother. You don't gotta be in your prime to do anything. You just gotta be locked in.
That's bars.
Say
that again.
Vision.
This is not sports.
This is not sports.
You don't need to be in your prime to lock in.
To do anything in the content world. What you gotta do is have a vision and know how to take that vision and show the world. And have
wow. All right, so for Vendetta, real quick, we're gonna go through off the top of your head. What are the places you've been to that you done that they could check you out on?
But man, so if you guys like concerts, I've seen Drake and J. Cole front row.
Nice.
If you like to travel, I've jumped off cliffs. I've snowboarded. I'll be going to snowboard soon again.
Which I never snowboarded. Yeah, I gotta go.
I went to islands like the DR and went to the Campo where you just we're eating live chickens and stuff like that. Stuff like that. And
good, man. Good. You gotta versatile. You gotta look at everything. Going to the New York game.
Yeah, going to the Yankee game. If you like sports, I go to the Yankee game. If you like challenges, I went to the Squid Game challenge.
You went to the Squid Game challenge in New York City, and you met some content creators that I saw on your post too. You were able to like interview them and stuff.
So you I went to like a creators hub where it's like a whole bunch of content creators who got together. I looked up at Adley. She's one of the biggest content creators of all time.
Yeah, she's awesome.
She's amazing.
Awesome.
I'm not gonna lie, like that's another reason why I was like, yo, I'm supposed to be doing this. The way they had their open arms to me, they were talking to me, giving me advice, and I did a lot of collabs, and they actually put my collab onto her story. So that was another cool thing that was like, not only did she show love, she also put it on her story for millions to see. So that was cool. Also,
I didn't know that.
The Hard Knocks, the School of Hard Knocks. I got to collab with them, and then I did like my little like motivational thing where like I had them say something positive or motivational to the world because obviously that's what I'm about. So that's what I wanted them to do. So like I said, man, if you guys like to live your life and be positive. Because like nowadays it's all about trolling and stuff like that, which is cool. And it's
even
fun.
Live streaming is like let's do the craziest thing. Not all live streamers,
we're kind of getting like tired of that already. Let's find some realness from raw, authentic people who just want to see other people win and freaking scratch off things from your bucket list, man. Who doesn't want to do things on your bucket list, man? Life is short.
Life is short, man. I love that, man. And it's funny that you're saying that. I'm gonna say this to the camera. My apologies for not coming out to Miami.
No, you're good.
I should have came. I should have came. My mom caught COVID, and I was like debating. I was like, God forbid I go. I was like, yeah, she had COVID for that whole week. And I was like, why out of all weeks? But what you're doing, I love, man. And we gotta do one. We gotta do more. I'm gonna be doing. Stay tuned. I'm gonna be doing the RPL kitchen. So you're invited.
I like that.
That's gonna be. We're gonna do that. Yeah. Oh my God.
He'll be a cool personality, and he knows how to cook.
Oh my God, he knows how to cook. Y'all know Mahadio, like off the TikTok lives. He was on the lives. He was going crazy, bro. He was cooking. We cook lobster here, bro. So we're gonna have a bunch of the boys come through, music producers, engineers, marketers, hang out in the kitchen. Just all of us. Everybody make their own dish. You don't need to make a dish. Like my boy is making fun. Like I want to make cereal. I'm like, bro, make cereal. I don't care. Like, and we're gonna chop it up. We're just gonna show people like, yo, with the team, with the boys, men could cook too, right?
Okay.
And so you're more than welcome. We're gonna do Saturday. We're gonna do this Saturday because of the UFC fight. We're gonna have probably more in the future because it's easy content.
Yeah.
It's just with the boys cooking. Yeah. What's better than laugh, jokes, and food, right? So I'm gonna do that. I do want to do stuff with you. You're in a lane that I love. We have talked about doing it. But guys, follow Vendetta, man. You guys got it here. Season 3. It don't get better than this, man. Proud of you, bro. You're doing great things. Come from a great family. Your brother, shout out to Esau, season 2. So I know both y'all in the works. But any last words, any content or anything you want to give them, or for the future they might need to know before we get out of here.
Which camera should I look at? This one right here. Listen, everything happens for a reason. Keep God in your life, and keep living your life. It's Vendetta, man. Let's go.
RPL TV. Y'all heard it here. Season 3. Stay tuned. Post, comment, like, subscribe.
All that.
Guys, I'm grateful for everything that this is a great session, man. God bless Thomas. Actually, I want to do a quick prayer for everybody watching first season.
Thank you.
So we're just going to pray it out real quick. Father God, thank you so much. Just the fact that we're here as brothers sitting able to give the world what you gave us, right, God? And I pray that as we continue that for Vendetta and for me, that we will take care of what you've given us. We will, respect it and be responsible with it. And just like Vendetta was saying, involving family and memories with friends, relationships, whether it's at work as well, God, that people see light, people see love through the work. And anybody watching right now, that Vendetta's story and Vendetta's journey will transcend to their lives, and know that we all have trials and tribulations. This has been very difficult for all of us that try to pursue these things. But God, you're the ultimate creator. You're the most creative, and because of you, you gave us this. So God, for everybody watching, we bind depression, we bind sickness, we bind low self-esteem, we bind divorce, relationships with brothers and sisters that aren't working out. We bind those things. We say, God, bring unity, bring clarity to people, because 2026 is here, God, and we know that you have many things in store. So God bless Tom Vendetta and his ventures and everything that he's doing. God bless everybody that's watching, Lord, and that they know they can find a space to know your word and know who you are, and God, make RPL TV one of those foundations for you. So thank you, Jesus, in your name we pray. Amen. RPL TV season 3. Stay tuned. Vendetta in the house. Go check out everything here. Link in bio. I love y'all. Again, post, comment, like, share. We out here till next episode. Peace.